If you are a coach or a consultant or an agency owner or business owner and you're beginning to face the crunch of the economy, the recession, and you're beginning to think that perhaps you need to go to a lower tier offer or lower tier product, or you need to switch your business model from the way it's running right now to a monthly recurring revenue model where you charge less but it's recurring revenue so you don't have to bother with sales and marketing or any of those things, stick around because I'm about to save you a lot of money and a lot of heartache. So obviously there's two broad things that are happening right now. One's the 2023 crunch that we're in the middle of it. We're in the thick of it right now. So everybody's tightening their belts. And the other thing is you're being sold or you're being pitched or you're being exposed to a lot of things that are supposed to make your life easy by removing the selling element from them or the marketing element from them. Things such as sell in the DMs, never have to get on a call, have automation run for you and have everything happen on autopilot, use AI, have a page and you never have to sort of show your face to someone ever and sell to them. Sounds brilliant in theory. But if you think about the way we buy, let's imagine the last time you bought from someone off of a sales page or a DM or any of the things that are being sold to you. Try to remember if it was someone you already knew, already felt and held in high regard and looked up to, or was it someone you'd never heard of and you just bought it? That's one thing. The next thing is that anybody and everybody who uses automations is someone who's figured out the sales and marketing aspect. There's someone who's figured out and created by proxy a brand, because people buy from a brand. They don't really care about your product. They first need to buy you. I'll tell you a story. I spoke to a guy about 3 years ago who does in-person live events. And I was speaking to him and he's like, man, I want to run my events, but I don't have the money to spend on ads, this, that, and the. I was like, all right, why don't you do organic? He's like, yeah, but I shy away from sales and marketing. I don't like that aspect. I was like, all right, man, but you're losing money. You're waiting to make money, but you're not making money. And because you don't have money to spend on ads, you're willing to wait longer. Long story short, I connected with him after 3 years. I was like, dude, how's it going? Did you run the ads? How are the events coming along? What do things look like now? What does your bank account look like now? And he was like, nothing. I never ended up getting that. And so I left that and I went to work for whatever he was doing previously. I was like, really? But didn't you want to do all of that because you had a child who you wanted to set up for them because their child had some health issues? And like, didn't you want to do all that? He was like, yeah. So I was like, where are you now? He's like, I hate my life. I should have done it back then. I had more or less the same pattern of conversations with a bunch of people I spoke to. We as human beings, individuals, myself included, we avoid doing what we're unfamiliar with and what is uncomfortable. And so for most people, sales is the most uncomfortable thing, followed very closely with marketing. Why? Because they both involve putting yourself out there, being judged by other people, and in the case of sales, being rejected flat to your face. But let me give you another concept. If you're a coach, you're changing lives, you're creating impact, you are someone who has overcome whatever issue that you're now helping other people overcome. And you are someone who's had a self-image issue. I don't say self-esteem because you don't necessarily need to think you're a loser. You could think you're amazing, but you still have a self-image issue about yourself. We all do, which means we all are afraid of being judged. But think about it like this. If you're helping other people overcome their problems, you can only help them to the level at which you've been able to go deep and face your own insecurities. You cannot help them on a surface level. What most people who are susceptible to this sort of thing, they don't even think about is like they're literally being paid to change lives. If you are not brave enough to go deep, stare your insecurities in the face, how on earth can you expect to get people to pay you money to help them do the same? Now think about it from a logical perspective. If you have no brand presence in the manner in which it needs to be put out there so that people start developing feelings for it, because like we all know this, people buy first on emotion, then they rationalize it logically in retrospect. That's why people who keep putting up logical stuff don't sell. Or people who are afraid of sharing their personal life or their personality or certain things about it. They only put up this awesome image of themselves wearing suits and ties and looking all cool, standing on stage, never sell. It's 2023. People have caught on. If you look at it logically, you don't have a brand. You don't have something people can gravitate towards. You're not magnetic. Why will someone buy from you? Now you might say, yeah, well, someone will buy the offer because my offer is so amazing. Offers are a dime a dozen. I learned this in the technology industry. One of my partners said ideas are a dime a dozen because people think, oh, my idea is fantastic. I better apply for a patent right now. So people gravitate more towards the personal brand. And if you have zero brand, because you're afraid of truly understanding how to market yourself and you're afraid of getting on a call and selling to someone and telling them what you are worth and working with you is worth, how on earth will automations and DMs all of a sudden start working for you if there's no foundation? The brand is the foundation. So boys and girls, you need to meet yourself at a deeper level. You need to practice more courage because that is the only way. Keep in mind, no one buys from a coward. And I'm not saying you're you're a coward. I'm sure you've done amazing things and you're an amazing person. This is not judgment. This is facts. And as long as you have insecurities, marketeers will leverage those insecurities and keep creating products around those insecurities to sell to you. Are you afraid of getting on a call? Well, cool. Buy my flashy whatever thing. You don't have to sell. You don't have to get on a call. Sell in the DMs. You don't like spending time creating content? Cool. Buy my thing. Auto-generated content for you. What they don't tell you is that no one cares about the content. The content falls on that. We live in an age of information overload. If you do not understand marketing and content creation and you just churn out content, no one's going to watch it. So all these people who are selling these things to you, they're the ones who figured it out. Whether you like it or not, you can never escape marketing and sales. And it's weird because it is the easiest thing in the world to do. Every single conversation is a sales conversation. It's a marketing. You are sharing an idea and the other person is either receptive to it or they're refuting your idea, and then you're having an exchange, literally a sales call. Provided you remove the ego, the insecurities, the fear of judgment, the fear of rejection, provided you remove that and just look at it as a conversation. And that's it. Do yourselves a favor. Instead of wasting precious years of your life like these people had, waiting for the right opportunity to invest in something so that you don't have to learn marketing and sales, do yourself a favor, learn it right now. It's going to help you for the rest of your life. Like, you will never be a successful 6, 7, 8 figure entrepreneur. I've built 5 businesses, 8, 7, and 6 figures. Never, not in one business did I not have to focus on sales and marketing. I've sold everything from pharmaceuticals to technology to vehicle tracking system to consulting to consumer products to washes and surgery. Every single thing needs, a brand. Every single thing needs marketing. Every single thing needs act. You cannot escape it. This is escapism. And on the same token, keep in mind that if you're not brave enough to handle your insecurities and the things you shy away from, what sort of people are you going to end up working? What sort of people are you going to attract? You're going to attract people who are below even your level, who are even more afraid of meeting themselves on a deeper level. What sort of work do you think they're going to put in with you? You're going to get frustrated. So boys and girls, I hope this gives you something to think about. I hope this saves you a ton of money that you're going to essentially flush down the drain, because none of these things are going to work for you if you have a zero brand, if you have non-responsive content. I'm sorry, this means good. If you have bad content. I hope you found this useful. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.